yet another episode of Beyond the Present podcast. My name is Daniel Mulligan, and today we're talking about the importance of having clarity in your goals and in your vision. You see, guys, one of the biggest problems that we face with today is not getting what you want, but rather getting it and not wanting it. You see, unfortunately, we've been taught that if you want to, get along, just move along and just be flexible and get what comes your way and be okay with it. But today, I want to teach you the art of focus and the art of simply not settling. You see, in life, either you have to learn to like what you have, or you have to learn to get what you like. Understand this. You have one of these two options in front of you. Either you have to teach yourself to like what you have, the things that were available to you and you got them, or you have to teach yourself to get the things that you really like, so that you don't have to teach yourself to like them, because you will like them automatically. However, even though both are quite difficult, the second one is a lot harder, because that requires you to teach yourself the emotional discipline of not settling for what is below what you expect. You see, it's quite normal. We all want a lot of things in life, and we just think like, okay, if I have this thing and that thing, and then my life's going to be great. We then try to take action to achieve those things, and ironically, and quite inevitably, we see a lot of obstacles along the way that we thought we did not knew were there, but we kind of hope we'd never face with. But the fact of the matter is, whenever you want to get something you want, you will inevitably face with obstacles that you did not simply foresee. And that is exactly why you have to teach yourself the art of not settling. Now, what does exactly mean? So imagine you wanted to, achieve a certain goal. You made your effort, you've done your best to achieve that thing, and then you realize it was a lot harder than you thought initially. So what do most people do in this situation? Very simple. They just change the goal and make it a bit easier to obtain. This is the perfect dictionary definition of settling down. You essentially settle for the things that are available to you instead of the things that you really want. And ironically, this approach, even though in the short term it tends to make you feel a little bit easier, it's like, well, I got something. I wanted to get X, but I couldn't get it, so I settled for Y or Z. This approach, ironically, tends to make a lot of us feel less satisfied with life. And today, I want to encourage you guys to get clear on your goal, to know that whatever you think it takes to achieve your goal, it'll always take more. This is just a human, blind-sided approach to goal attainment, in that we think by doing a certain amount of, things, certain number of things, we get a goal and we achieve it. But the fact of the matter is that in most cases, it doesn't happen. In most cases, it takes a lot more than what we initially thought to achieve a big goal. And since in our head, we plan and we say, okay, I have to do these number of things to get that thing. So our brain learns that if I want to get that thing, I should do these things and not more. So the brain says, I am only willing to do this, for example, thing, or these number of things to achieve that goal. And beyond that, I will feel uncomfortable. And obviously, once we start pursuing that goal, and once we somehow make that effort to achieve that goal, eventually we fail to accomplish it. And then we say, you know what? I've already made this effort so far, so why don't I just settle and get the things I've already gotten? Today, you need to teach yourself to go beyond all of those thoughts and limitations in your head, and to teach yourself to simply keep persisting until you achieve exactly what you wanted. Because there's a problem. If you want to get something that you don't really like, but it was possible or available, then the arduous process of teaching yourself to like what you've gotten, it is much harder in the long term than the process of working hard to get what you really wanted in the first place. For example, let's say your target was to obtain the kind of job you really wanted to get for many. Let's say your target was to work in a specific company at a specific position. And then you tried your best, you applied for the company said, sorry, we're not hiring this season. and you said, like, you know what? The hell with you guys. I know another company which is far below you guys, but they gave me the job, so I'm going to go there. You then have to spend the rest of your career every single day trying to like the career that you got instead of, simply pushing in the first time to get the job that you really wanted in the first place and not settling. So today I'm encouraging you guys to stop settling for what is available, for what is comfortable to obtain, or what is realistic to obtain. Because in the end, when you want to settle, what you're engaging in is short-term gain for long-term pain. On the other hand, when you tell yourself that I will never settle, and I will go exactly towards that direction that I've always wanted, no matter what extra effort I have to make in the process, what you're engaging in is short-term pain for long-term gain. And I really believe that the latter is always better than the former. So today, I wanted to keep this very short, guys. And remember, when you settle for the things that are available, when you stop making the effort you know you need to achieve those goals that you really want, you will have a far better life than someone who simply stops and says, you know what, I've done it. That's what I've done so far, and I'm going to settle now. That person will have to spend the rest of his or her days trying to like what he got. And that, unfortunately, is not a battle you can win in the end. So guys, stop settling, start moving, and know that whatever you want to get, you should get exactly that thing and nothing else. This perspective is the secret to never-ending energy, motivation, and focus. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Hope you enjoyed the show. And if you had any comments, please reach me on social media and on the web. Have a good one, guys, and take care. This was Beyond the Present Podcast.